OmegaBall Championships from the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. Yes, OmegaBall is fast, free, flowing, a new sport based on the foundation of soccer. Action is fast and furious, and the amount of scoring, yes indeed, it is incredible. With that, from the Orange County Great Park here in Irvine, California, we welcome you into our broadcast position here for the OmegaBall Championship Men's Final. You know this guy, three-time World Cup veteran Kobe Jones. My name is Mark Rogandino. Glad to have you along for our coverage here in Southern California. We've seen it, Kobe, this game. Fast, furious, head on a swivel. You have to be prepared for just about anything through the course of 3 15-minute periods.
Well, you said it. It's fun, it's fast-paced, and it really does test every single player out on the pitch. It's about making sure that you're in tune and you're focused and you're ready to do that transition, because we've seen it. Goals have been scored consistently, opportunities more than we can count.
And even on the defensive side, when you talk about it, you've got to defend against not just one opponent, but two opponents trying to put the ball into the back of your own net.
Yeah, and that's the interesting thing is, like, you got two teams that you're up against. It's how do you dictate this game? It's difficult when you're going against two. You don't know if they're teaming up against you. You don't know if they're going to focus on you. You don't know if you're going to give a little extra help to your opponent so that the ball falls your way.
OmegaBall is hectic. It's just bang, bang, bang. It's like all the fun of a small-sided, but with big goals and lots of shots, which is really great.
You could shoot on any goal.
But it is about getting in and getting those goals faster than anyone else.
Try not to spend too much time on the ball. Just shoot.
OmegaBall is chaos on the field.
Two teams can team up against you at one time, but it's a very free-for-all type of game.
It's a chance to see what you got against two other teams.
Transition fast. Shoot as much as we can to get the ball off our foot as fast as we can.
Depending on how you play, OmegaBall can definitely be fast-paced. I believe done correctly, it is fast-paced.
OmegaBall is more of an offensive game, just because you have more goals.
OmegaBall is this crazy new sport. It's based in soccer, but it's really chaotic and it's just really fun. It's meant to be fun.
Thing in terms of play that is unique. Even the coin toss is very unique. Of course, Kobe, since we have three different teams out on this circular pitch, you've got to determine a way to have a coin toss. So 3 different guys with a coin toss.
Well, this is always interesting, right? All 3 are going to be doing it. How do you figure it out?
It's the one that comes up different than the other two. So say if you have 2 heads and 1 tails, the team that would have tails will be the team that would have first choice of which goal they will defend.
And I think that's key.
While they sort that out, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rules. 3 teams, 3 different goals out on this circular field, and 3 15-minute periods of play with a 5-minute break in between. 3 is not the only magic number. 5 players per team out on the field at one time. And as I mentioned, the circular field, that means 360 degrees of play. The goalies can score if they decide to venture out or take it directly from a drop kick in their own area. And hands off, that's right, the goalie is the only one that's going to be able to put their hands on the ball. No offside rule, which means cherry picking is something you can and we encourage you to do.
I could have used that back in the day, Rogo. I'm telling you, that would have been perfect for me.
No throw-ins. In fact, you'll see some corner circles, and that is how every ball is restarted back into play. In the event there is an own goal, each of the other 2 teams would be awarded a point in scoring. It's a circular pitch, 175 feet in diameter. Fits right on about the size of a traditional soccer field pitch on the half, just one half. 3 goals, each team defends their own goal, and as I mentioned, those 3 different corner spots, so no throw-ins here in OmegaBall. Instead, you'll look to go to one of those corner spots for a restart or a kick-in, as you'll hear us refer to it. Otherwise, it'll be the goalkeepers that are restarting things with a goal kick inside their own arc. OmegaBall Men's Championship Final. We are set to kick this one off. It's actually going to be the team in pink, Volume, that will have the ball in our OmegaBall center circle. It's right on about 30 yards out from each of the 3 goal lines. And we're underway. Game on! The OmegaBall Championship Final here from the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California. Gorgeous conditions, low 70s, slight breeze, not a cloud in the sky. Perfect for a final. Early chance right there comes off of the left foot of Mikey Picardo.
Now, Rogo, I think it's interesting if we've seen just through these games, every kickoff, everyone just lays it up and tees it up for a shot.
Early chance, and that's immediately into into the back of the net. Fusion is the first team on the board. A little lazy coming out of the pack, and Justin Wright, the 24-year-old from Pasadena, tallies the first one. And there's the second one, just like that.
What a goal.
Gabriel Mejia, the teenager, gets one right back for Smoke. So Fusion and Smoke get their early first strikes to get on the board. This is Sam Lower coming out of the back, looking to combine. Stepping in to win it there was Kenneth Lee. Ball turns over here for Volume. Can they find a strike? Good big save inside the area from Scott Drazen. As I mentioned, Drazen was big in qualifying for Fusion. Native of Bethesda, Maryland. This is our first look at a corner here. It's going to be Caviti to put it back in play. He'll loft it onto the back post. Ricardo will get there. Going to play through his goalkeeper. Dominguez. Oh, ambitious, but he got away with it.
You got it like that, where your keeper has confidence, and that almost gives you an advantage when you have a goalkeeper that's very good with his feet, feels confident on the ball.
Right at the center part of our circular pitch, the ball turns over. Chance, and will that one squeak in? No, it'll go just wide off of the right foot of Jaden Nashimzan. Immediately a shot into the back of the net. Fusion had scored again. London, England native Sam Lower. So we're not even 3 minutes in, and yet we've already had 3 goals. Yes, that is what you're going to find in OmegaBall, and we expect plenty of them here in our men's championship final.
We see Smoke picks up the ball, but then he gets pickpocketed by Volume, and then they try to score. That's a little bit of that, 3-team play where you never know between which opponents, who's around you, which way the player's going to be going to try to put the ball in the net.
Evan Brown in goal for Smoke, letting that one go up and over the top. A couple of goals already.
Yeah, that's the one I like. It's just long distance, just headed down to the ground. Makes it a difficult save for the keeper. Can't do enough of it. And then here, this is where Fusion just sliding that ball in at that near post. Now this is where the tactics come in. Which way does Fusion want to attack? Are they going to go forward, long ball?
Long throw over the top from Drazen, and out off his line is Rodrigo Dominguez. Close to the edge of the area, but he did keep the ball inside, not necessarily his feet. Munoz with the right-footed chance, pushed away by the defense. Easy routine save then for Dominguez in goal. And over there on the Fusion bench, Coach Eric Brown and Tal Nachimzan. As that one curls into the lower corner.
Yeah, once again, Gabriel Mejia just finding a way to be in the right place, right time.
Another quick strike there for Smoke. We've got 2 goals apiece for Fusion and Smoke. Smoke is the youngest team without question. Case in point, Kenneth Lee, just 17 years of age, a big-time Arsenal fan, and he's still in high school at Culver City High School up in the LA area. Oh, turnover here, and on cue, Daniel Santos, right place, right time, another goal for Smoke.
Yeah, that was just a giveaway that didn't need to be there. Rodrigo Dominguez in goal is just too simple, made it too easy.
Out in front, big save from Scott Drazen as he's able to get a right paw on that to push it away. So Volume still looking for their first goal. Volume's on the board, Kobe. Roy Caviti from Israel, now raised in Sherman Oaks, had the chance right there. Open chance, and in a span of 30 seconds, Volume has found a couple. Caviti is irked as he went into that hard challenge with goalkeeper Scott Drazen. It left the ball alone for Gustavo Munoz to finish.
Yeah, and this is where Caviti gets the first one, and it is literally just right after, in another moment. Caviti goes in. There's the contact.
When we come back, it's more of the OmegaBall Championship Final.
OmegaBall is soccer soccer with a twist.
And it is absolute chaos.
I've never seen anything like OmegaBall.
It's like soccer, but not like soccer at all.
Regular soccer rules apply, but you're on a circular field with 3 different teams.
We have 3 goals, 3 teams, 1 field.
The rules of OmegaBall are 5 plays on each team.
You can shoot on any goal.
There are no throw-ons.
No offsides.
Goalies can score.
Wait, say again?
Goalies can also score.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a goalie's dream to score a goal, so.
It's kind of like a mix of soccer and basketball.
2 goals to shoot on is always nice. You have options.
2 different goals that you can score on. It's a lot of players on the field, so you have to be quick, you have to be on your toes, and you have to be active at all times.
But when the ball goes out, you only have 5 seconds to get it back in. There's no like wasted time or dragging your feet or anything, which I really love. It keeps the game moving.
But you just honestly try to score as many goals as possible and don't get scored on.
Welcome back to the first period of the men's OmegaBall Championship. So Volume went about 7+ minutes without any scores, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Roy Caviti.
Caviti gets 1, and all of a sudden, the ball gets played in. It's not good. It's sloppy. Caviti goes in for the challenge, and there you see it.
He is helped over to the sideline, so we'll keep an eye on that. And that quickly, a goal comes the other way. Justin Wright, former UC Davis men's soccer player, tallying up. Oh, it's off the crossbar from long distance. Mejia thought maybe he had another one for Smoke and then back the other way. Ben Zygmunt with the chance for Volume.
Well, you can hear the talk. They're talking about go big. That's almost that thought of don't play it too close to your own goalkeeper where you can get in trouble with the immediate pressure coming down. Get it to the other side of the park.
Castillo matched up there against Mikey Picardo. I think it's going to be a corner. Yes, it is. So from that far corner spot here.
Haven't seen so much of like the strategies of, okay, can we pick an area to cherry pick a little bit? Can we vulture in certain areas? It's just go, go, go right now in these first 15 minutes.
Certainly fast pace as we expected. I think the team, Kobe, that can efficiently get 1 and 2 touch and move the ball quickly is the team that's generating the best opportunities, no?
No, I would agree with you, but
as that quick touch finds the feet of Jaden Nachimzan, and he finds the back of the net. Fusion will take to the top of the pile with 4 goals so far.
Yeah, and that's what you can't do. You can't play with the ball too much in your own half because the pressure's coming not only from one team, but the second team steps in. You're bound to give it up, and then you're out of position.
We've seen different strategies come into play as that one is notched into the back of the net by Nachimzan.
Smoke passes the Fusion for the goal. that's how it works sometimes.
Immediate follow-up chance for Smoke. Big save in there from Rodrigo Dominguez. Castillo steps in and trying to force a loose rebound, but instead it's back on the feet of Picardo, who will let it fly from distance. There was a deflection, and that means that Volume will get a corner out of it.
So here's Rodrigo Dominguez just coming out, able to play with his teammates.
Sorber, long distance, but that creates the counter back the other way. And pushed out of play. Final seconds of this first period. 15 minutes of play and 10 goals scored. Sorber, well positioned defensively. Follow-up chance.
Close. You gotta have that one on target. Have that one on target. That probably goes in the back of the net. It's so close.
Clipped it off the outside of the near post. Dominguez putting it in play with about 15 seconds remaining in this first period. So each team finding some success, but also really having to work hard to defend. Sorber playing it through, and there's the horn to bring the first 15 minutes of the OmegaBall Championship men's final to a close. Fusion with 5, Smoke with 3, and Volume in the span of about 17 seconds, finding the back of the net twice. No question, we're seeing a high skill level on display here in that first 15 minutes of action, Kobe. I know right now it's Fusion in front, but can you say that they're the team that has the bulk of the momentum heading toward our second period?
Yeah, I think this is actually a very, very close matchup all the way around with all three teams. When you look at it, a lot of the goals from Fusion, you know, it comes from vulturing, being at the right place at the right time. So this is all still everything to play for both sides, because we've seen mistakes being made and you can jump all over it.
All right, 15 minutes in the books in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. Fusion on top right now, but a lot of OmegaBall action still to come. Second period is coming up next. Capelli Sport, OmegaBall Championships presented by Capelli Sport. Head to capellisport.com to get your soccer gear today.
The OmegaBall pitch is a circular field, 175 feet in diameter, and allowing for 360 degrees of play in any direction. Designed with 3 goals for 3 teams who are on the field at the same time. Each team, which is made up of 5 players, will defend their own goal and have the opportunity to score on the other 2. There are no throw-ins, only corner kicks, taken from 3 designated corner kick locations where the player can kick the ball in any direction. The OmegaBall pitch is uniquely designed for a free-flowing and fast-paced game with lots of scoring.
Welcome back to the men's OmegaBall Championships at the Orange County Great Park in Irvine, California, where it's Fusion, the team in green, that have found the back of the net 5 times, Smoke 3 times, and Volume twice. Kobe Jones, Mark Rogandino back here with you. Plenty of highlights in that opening 15 minutes and some quality stuff.
Yeah, this is pretty exciting. Just jumping all over the ball and then just putting it right back, you know, where it came from. And we're seeing Fusion consistently being dangerous. It's quick, it's attacking, and it comes at you. There's no time to rest in this game. You sleep for a second, you find the ball in the back of your own net.
As it is, we've only played 15 minutes, so we've got plenty of road out in front of us after that first period of play. Fusion with 5, Smoke with 3, and Volume in quick succession, finding their only 2 goals of this men's OmegaBall Championship. Yep, there you see it's a gorgeous day here in Southern California. There's the lineups that we expect to step back out onto this circular surface here at the Orange County Great Park. Smoke, following the whistle, kick things off, and immediately with a chance, but Rodrigo Dominguez down on his left-hand side to come up with a save. That is quick in terms of chances.
Yeah, that's what I said. Right off the kickoff, we've seen teams just do a little touch and then have a shot.
Setting up for a corner, but a little more benign on the follow-up chance for Smoke there. Could you have done this back in your playing days? Just a quick restart and look for the corner?
I would have loved to have done this. This would have been fantastic.
The youngest of the team, Smoke, was really the team that ran through qualifying yesterday. It was a much sterner, a much stiffer road. Long distance there on the chance from Evan Brown, but it was a much tougher road for Fusion, but yet they're the team that has seemed to somewhat figure it out, and that's why they're in front. Big save! No! Did Dominguez get it? I don't think he did.
Oh, that's a goal. That's a goal. Fantastic shot. Jesus Guevara. Boom. Back of the net.
Good turn from Chang. Oh, what a save.
Fantastic save. You can hear the slap all the way from here. Scott Drazen.
Measures in at about 6'4".
Used every bit of that height on that save.
Sure did, but it leads to a corner chance now here for Smoke. They'll play the short ball in, and then a more routine save for Drazen this time. Quick outlet. Can it lead to something here for Fusion as they still hold a 1-goal lead out in front of Smoke? Setting up for a corner. More on Team Smoke. We go downstairs to Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Talked to number 3, Kenneth, who is their player coach on the field. Going into the second period, he really stressed enough that he didn't want to make too many adjustments to focus on themselves, but he did say he wants them to attack and shoot more.
You know, it's interesting because I think that really for Fusion and for Smoke, they want to just stay close and we get into the third period and anything can happen.
No, that makes sense. You know, and look, you've got to stay within reach, and I think a lot's going to come down to the final period. But right now, we're in a situation where Fusion with 5, Smoke with 4, Volume 2. So Smoke, they're right there.
Shot from distance off of the right foot of Todd Castillo. Finds the lower corner. That one from right on about 28 yards out. It was just, I think, outside of our OmegaBall circle. Here's how free kicks go.
Yeah, this is just a set piece, and you can see the wall or the keeper maybe not communicating because there's a whole lot of space left open on one side.
I was going to say wall, what wall? Off the post, still alive. Follow-up chance, goes wide.
Ooh, that was a close one.
Touched out for a corner for Pink. So now they have the option of playing 2 different ways.
Yeah, I'd really like to see who out there is going to take advantage of just the awareness on the field. Right now, I think all the teams, once they pick a goal, they kind of stick with it. If any of them just decide, okay, I'm going to go to this goal, then I'm going to cut and go to a different one, all of a sudden this game completely opens up.
Right, calling the audible almost. Dominguez way out of his area, and that one bangs off of the frame. Don't you move, it's more of the OmegaBall Championship Final from Irvine, California, coming up next.
Strategy. Lots of different strategies. To have one kind of roaming in the middle, one roaming up top, so that way we're kind of covering both sides.
I would say all of us are still learning the strategy. If you have no defense, you will lose.
Steer one way, ping the opposite side, catch somebody sleeping. You want to always see if you can catch the defense off guard.
I like the different strategies. It's tactical thinking.
You have basically 10 defenders against 5 people. You're kind of at a disadvantage already, so we didn't want to hold on to the ball too much. With quick releases, quick plays, almost just like a bunch of counterattacks, and take shots from the outside.
To try and surprise the other teams. Quick 1-2 passes, and then switch the direction and take a shot as quickly as possible.
Firm passes, quick tempo, and then get as many shots off as possible to have the best chance of winning.
We're back with the second period of the men's OmegaBall Championship. Pink quickly restarting on the corner, switches it all the way across, but out of the reach of Gustavo Munoz. Deflected ball will go out. We haven't seen a ton of Vulture opportunities so far here today. There's been a couple, but where one team is attacking, it turns over, and another team gets a chance to just bury one.
Yeah, they're playing safe. You know, right now I think that there was a great opportunity. That was a good chance for Fusion, but just got underneath it and hit it over the bar as the keeper was caught off his line and away.
Long distance, what a fire! Fingertip save, follow-up chance, that's a Vulture chance, and a goal for Smoke.
You ask and you shall receive, Mark. There it is. Great shot, good Vulture. And then all of a sudden, Smoke right back in there.
This is exactly what a Vulture chance is, folks. Watch, it's Pink on the attack. Drazen makes the great save, and there's Lee to capitalize for Smoke.
Yeah, and there's nothing Drazen could do. He has to go for it. He gets pulled out of position off of this great shot. Great save, and then Lee, vulturing, just standing there waiting for it, puts the ball in the net. All of a sudden, Smoke looking pretty good.
So Smoke, who trailed after the first 15 minutes, now find themselves in front. Back downstairs to Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. I just talked to Coach Brown, Green Fusion. He said it's a battle out there. He wants his team to block shots and be tougher defensively and quicker in transition. And he thinks that a goal is coming soon.
Leslie, do you get the sense that the anxiety levels kind of go up and down with the guys down there?
Yeah, I do. And I'm seeing Green Fusion is really active on the sideline, emotional, talking a lot of chatter. And then I'm seeing this, the other teams a lot more quiet. Their body language is different. So it's really interesting being down here and watching everyone's body language.
I might have to start calling Leslie the prophet, because she said get the sense a goal is coming soon. And on cue during her report, Jaden Nachimzon is able to put one in for Fusion.
Well done.
So that ties us back up at 6-6 between Smoke and Fusion. Volume still looking for their first goal.
Oh, here he comes. Go for it. Yes! You know what? If no one is going to stop the goalkeeper, this is exactly what you do. You just go out and you get it. You take it.
Well, and he was out, and immediately Volume tried to see if they could catch Evan Brown being out of his area and go back to the wide open goal. Look at it again and how it all unfolds.
Yeah, look at this. Is Evan Brown. No, he's like, hey, no one's coming to me. No one's stepping up to me. All right, I'll just slide this one home, and he does it. Look at this. Where's the pressure? You're just going to let him step up like that, and boom. You know what? That's a good tactic.
So Smoke have found something here in this second period of our OmegaBall Championship men's final. We'll have to see who that goes to. Deflected on the way in. But I think that's going to count for Smoke. Oh, we're getting word from downstairs that they gave that goal to Fusion. It was deflected, I think, last touch by Fusion.
You know what? I got to agree with that. A little deflection like that, if it's on target, that should go to Fusion. Can't say that Smoke was thinking they were trying to do that. Right?
True, I agree. I agree. Let's take a look. We got the benefit of replay here in the big box.
Yeah, look, here's the shot. Yeah, that's right off the rear. He tried to claim it, though. Smoke tried to claim it, but it goes to Fusion. Yeah, see, just a little bit of a deflection there.
The intention was on the shot from Fusion.
Yes, and for Smoke, it was just a block. You know, I know people say that defense wins championships, but if you don't score, you're never going to win.
Not an OmegaBall.
Yeah.
Not an OmegaBall. Over the top for Gustavo Munoz. Tough ball to collect. Second chance on the follow-up, and it curls into the corner. Gabriel Mejia.
Gabriel Mejia is just finding a way. He's the leading goal scorer for Smoke.
We're in the final minute. We've got just a few seconds left here in this second period. Maybe just enough time for Fusion to equalize one more time. Did that ball stay in? No, it went out of play. And it'll start at the feet of goalkeeper Rodrigo Dominguez. There is the horn to bring the second period of play to a close. And yes, Smoke cleared here. They found 5 goals in that second period, Kobe, and consequently, they'll take a slight lead into the third. Final 15 minutes. They didn't waste any time with that early chance right off of the kickoff for a second 15-minute period.
Yeah, that was the tone that they were going to go with, that they were going to be aggressive, and you see some fantastic plays.
But generating chances continues to be the theme here in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. How about that strike right there? And there was Lee. Right place, right time.
Yeah, and being first, being in tune, thinking ahead, and being the first to move and react.
And who could forget this chance?
That's my favorite. I think that's my favorite. You gotta love it when the keeper comes up, no one steps up, and he just slides it into the back of the net.
They will take a lead toward the third period.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about just working together as a team. They figured it out.
Let's check in downstairs with the coach on the field for Team Smoke, Kenneth Lee. He's standing by with Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. Kenneth, your teammates call you the player coach. You're 17 years old. How does that make you feel?
It's pretty cool. I guess I'll take the mantle of coach. I try to give advice, whenever I can, try to, encourage them. They're all good players, so I really don't have to say much. I found out about this, and I was like, should we try our luck? And we did. So, yeah, it's cool that they call me that. We got another third period here. Hopefully we can close it out.
Awesome. Last question. What is the most exciting part about playing OmegaBall?
I think it's just the back and forth of it. It never stops. I think that's the main thing. There's no time to really take a breather or take your mind off the game. It keeps you on your toes. It keeps you sharp because the game never stops. And, yeah, I think that's the most exciting part about it.
Yes, it does, Kenneth. Good luck in the third period. Bring it home.
Kenneth Lee, part of a 5-goal second period, and that sees Smoke leading 8-7 for Fusion and 2 for Volume. We've got a whole another 15 minutes coming your way, though, here from Irvine, California. It all comes down to the third period in the OmegaBall Championship men's final next. OmegaBall Championships presented by TNNS, the cryptocurrency that is building a better future for sports. Head to www.tnns.pro for more information.
It's chaotic,
phone down. Never mind, go back. It's great. What do I love about OmegaBall?
Was just the ability to poach and being able to take opportunities from guys trying to score on the other opponent's goal. If it came to you, you're able to tap it in and you get all the glory without doing any of the work.
I love that there's no offsides.
I'm looking forward to enhancing a new side of my game and seeing what I got.
More pace, more action, more scoring. I think everybody who watches football loves to see goals. I think that's the main part, it's the main attraction, it's what people come to see. OmegaBall brings that all together and really emphasizes that part of the beautiful game.
Honestly, it's just really chaotic. It's super fun.
It makes the game faster for those people who aren't as interested in a slower 2-1 score game. You know, they're scoring every 2 seconds, so it really brings the game to the American public in a fun way.
Having that extra team brought a new aspect where you may have an alliance, you may have an enemy. There's 2 opponents and alliances have the potential of being formed.
It's nice because the space is pretty close, so you always get a chance on goal and there's a lot of opportunities to finish. I love scoring them 2 goals more than 1.
Lots and lots of goals. More action, more scoring.
Goals, goals, and more goals. That's what we have had so far in our OmegaBall Championship men's final. 17 goals in 30 minutes. We still have a whole nother third period to play. It's Team Smoke out in front with an 8-7-2 lead. It'll be interesting because Smoke seems to have the momentum here, but Fusion has found some pieces here they can use to maybe get some success in this third period. 3 is one of the magic numbers. 3 teams, 3 different goals, 3 periods of 15 minutes, and 5 players per team on the field at one time. Smoke, 8, Fusion, 7, Volume 2, as we get set for the third period here of our OmegaBall Championship men's final. Fusion trailing Smoke by a goal will kick it off immediately, going right at the Smoke goal, and the ball winds up in the hands of goalkeeper Evan Brown. Trying to play it forward, turns over, Volume with a chance to get it back. Ricardo, Sorber pushing his way through. He was maybe looking for a whistle there. We didn't hear one.
I'm interested to see the tactics. There's a lot of movement going on from the Smoke players, as we see. You just got Gabriel Mejia just kind of moving from one side to the other. He faked a run towards the Fusion goal and then cut back.
Goes a little bit back to your point earlier here in this men's championship final. As that one zips into the back of the net off Mejia. Didn't find it a moment ago, Kobe, but he found it there. Just barely touched it right there with that chance.
Yeah, here's the steal and then just a quick shot. And that's the thing. As soon as you get that ball, you should be looking to goal.
Not to mention a pretty good strike with the right foot there from Mejia. And that's the subtle nuance of OmegaBall, that you have to not only have your head on a swivel, but immediately if the ball turns over, it's not just the team that you're maybe attacking, but it's that other third team that you have to be aware of, because they might have a chance. Smoke in the back of the net. Jesus Guevara with another one for Smoke, and Fusion and Volume best be careful, as all of a sudden Smoke and continuing that trend from the second period. I think it's Guevara who was able to find the space and the time.
Yeah, it's just a little fake, a little hesitation, and lets the ball drag to that right foot and then puts it home.
Distribution there from Dominguez. Ricardo getting to attacking spot, tried to bend one for the far corner, never really had that right to left curve on it.
No, Ricardo's been looking for it consistently from that side.
He has, hasn't he?
He's hoping.
Back post and an easy finish there. There's one back for Fusion.
And maybe that's the start. Maybe that's the start for Fusion.
Jaden Nachimzan was there, and there is a left-footed volley strike from Cavite. Volume, first time they've scored since the opening 15 minutes. And that's the beauty of OmegaBall, right? That's the beauty, Kobe, is that all of a sudden it looks like a chance has gone by the wayside, but nope, it quickly turns into something else, either for the other team or even for your own side. Sam Lower steps in to win it. Fusion can pull one more back right here. Goal! Although they don't. It's actually the other way. Gabriel Mejia pulling another one into the back of the net. for Smoke. Moments ago, Smoke fighting back at it for the 11th time.
And these are just shots from distance. People slow to step up, slow to block those shots. Smoke is taking advantage.
Sam lower.
Oh, that's nice.
Pretty stuff, but Drazen comes up with the goods and the save. That'll award a free kick, a corner, if you will, here for Smoke, and they just play back to their goalkeeper, Evan Brown.
And that's a little look of how you want to play this game of Guevara. He cuts one way, has the defenders going, then he cuts back the other way, and the defenders adjust, then he cuts again. You have to defend every single angle, so it's difficult for defenders, but makes it exciting for the attacking players.
In-game adjustments continue for all three teams in this one. You're watching OmegaBall. It's the championship final, and the action continues next. Welcome back to the climax of the men's OmegaBall championship from Irvine, California. Still plenty of time, just under 7 minutes to play in this third period. Smoke goalkeeper Evan Brown inviting some pressure there. Now it turns over.
Yeah.
Smoke goal.
That's just called muscling your way through. That was a nice one.
Fusion, goal! Every time you think that Fusion might be putting something together to close the gap, Smoke seems to have a response each and every time. Header goes just wide from Gabriel Mejia. Let's go back to Smoke's last goal here.
And this is Gabriel Mejia, just goes through one, just rides the tackle, little bit of tenacity here to stay with the ball. There it is, just rides around the defender and is able to slot that one home.
Evan Brown.
Oh, nice ball from Evan
Smoke
Brown.
looking for more.
Just the distribution that has been coming from Evan Brown has been very solid. I think all the way around, if you had to say, as far as goalkeepers, he's the standout right now. He hasn't been tested too much, but his distribution and his ability to be a threat with the ball, as he scored one, fantastic.
Yeah, I think if my memory serves me correctly, I think he's only been scored upon twice. Let's check in downstairs with Leslie.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And Kobe, I couldn't agree more on Evan Brown and how much he has to do with this team's success. Talked to Kenneth earlier. He said he's a huge piece to this. And guys, let me tell you, the energy is so high down here. It's like they are not tired at all. Their fitness is going to be their advantage here, and they want more goals.
Well, I'm pumped, Leslie. I mean, it's just been going back and forth, back and forth. Goals galore here in this one.
Yeah, and here comes the leader. Kenneth Lee is back on the pitch. You're going to see just aggressive play from him.
Nearly a Vulture chance there for Gustavo Munoz, but he couldn't find the corner.
How did he miss that one?
I don't know.
He was wide open in front of the net. That's got to be on target.
Changing possession, that means a change in direction. That's a huge characteristic here in OmegaBall. Long distance will go up and over the crossbar of Scott Drazen and the Fusion goal.
And you know, there's plenty of time left still. It's only a 3-goal difference.
All right, because we've seen 2-3 goals in this game in the span of, 30, 40 seconds. Bending for the corner, and it goes just wide from Nachim Zahn.
Yeah, those are the chances that are going wanting for Fusion. Can they find a way to get back into this match? Team Smoke pushing.
Smoke, meanwhile, they've done all the hard work now. Can they hang on here? Out in front of Fusion by 3 goals with just under 2 minutes to play here in the finals.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure why Fusion isn't out there trying to push the pace of the game, too. It's only volume. Oh, nice crack.
The onus falls on the team in green, Fusion. If they can find a way to close the gap against Smoke. You can't turn the ball over like that because now it's Volume who look for a chance of their own.
Yeah, Fusion's got to push some numbers high. Spread this game out a little bit. They can find themselves back in this.
Zygmunt tried to get to the corner, see if he could turn to the outside. He will earn a corner set piece here for Volume. Quickly back in play, and Sorber tripped up just outside the edge of the arc. Clock will stop for a moment. So right at about 30 seconds. Sorber puts it back in play. Been denied. Looks like it just be a matter of seconds here. Smoke will track it down near their own goal, and probably starting to sense that they've been able to do enough to wrap this one all up as that one comes all the way up and over the top. Up and over the bar, but it was merely cosmetic at that point. And yes, Smoke trailed by a couple of goals, Kobe Jones, after the first 15 minutes. They came alive in the second. They continue that in the third. In the end, they come away as your OmegaBall Men's Championship winners. And the team is standing by downstairs with Leslie.
Thanks, Mark. Congratulations, Smoke. The first ever OmegaBall Championship. Boys, how does it feel?
It's great. It was a tough tournament. You know, we had a good game yesterday and another close one today. I won't say much. This is all these guys. I think every time we made a sub, every time someone went out there, they did something positive. So congratulations, guys. Well done. And I guess we're in the history books, you know, first ever OmegaBall champ. So good job, guys. Good job.
I love it. Daniel, what's the biggest difference from OmegaBall to traditional soccer?
You know, I think it's just, it's so chaotic. You know, everywhere you turn, you know, there's someone right on your, you know, right on your back. So you really just got to be very aware and, you know, not give the ball away, pretty much, yeah.
Love it. Well, congratulations, Smoke, the youngest team. We look forward to seeing you guys again in the future.
Yeah, it's their first as the OmegaBall Championship winners here at the Orange County Great Park this afternoon by Kobe Jones. It will not be their last. We're on to something here. Goals galore, plenty of high-pace action, decision-making, big saves, big moments. There's a lot to love when you look at OmegaBall.
Yeah, when you talk about it, I mean, it's everything you want, you know, and this is the perfect examples, and it started off, you know, fantastic for Smoke, you know, some goals early on, so they were getting crosses from distance, they were stealing balls, vulturing plays. This is what you need. You need to have opportunities everywhere out there, and they did it. They were having volleys, they were having their goalkeeper score, they were doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I think in our final, we said that goalkeeper Evan Brown was the most adventuresome. He was the only goalkeeper of all three to find the back of the net like he did right there.
Yeah, and that's what you want to see, and that also bleeds into a little bit to the fun talking about. But look at this, it's just being the first to react, and everyone knows that in every sport. They talk about reaction, reaction, reaction. Well, this builds that to another level where you have the ball bouncing in front of you, behind you, you have players from two different teams. You have to react and beat out your opponent.
Smoke, your winners in the OmegaBall Championship final here at the Orange County Great Park in Irvine. They're all smiles for good reason as they are able to get their hands on the hardware. For Leslie Osborne and Kobe Jones, I'm Mark Rogandino. Glad you could join us for this new and ultra exciting sport. Only one place to find all the goals and all the chaotic controlled action. It's OmegaBall.